Are your sentences a bit dull? Just a little too simple and a bit samey? Are you unsure about how to go about varying the sentences so that your paragraphs are far more interesting to read, and so you can create a range of effects to really nail what you want to say? Well, you've come to the right place. This video will show you how to write better sentences. Obviously, before you can build a house, you need solid foundations. Before you're able to craft a masterpiece, you've got to know the basics. So let's start with the question, what is a sentence exactly? Think of a sentence as a complete thought, statement, or question. A sentence which makes complete grammatical sense must include a subject and a verb. Find out more information about what makes a full sentence in the sentence types video. A few simple rules to help you write quality sentences include 1. Put a capital letter at the beginning and a full stop at the end. 2. Start them in different ways. Use I-spaced. 3. Do not make them too long. And 4. Do not make them all the same length. Okay, so this leads us onto how we can use the acronym I-spaced as a reminder for 7 different sentence structures we could use to keep our writing varied and genuinely interesting. Each letter stands for a particular sentence opener. Let's go through each one. Your challenge is to try to come up with your own. Therefore, either pause the video as we go through each opener, or try the mini quiz at the end. Or do it all. The I or the ing opener. To use this opener, think of a good verb ending in ing to go at the start of your sentence. Have a look at my example. Notice how the example is put together. So, first we have the ing verb, which here is unlocking. Then we add a noun, that's a naming word to you and me, which here is the door. We then have the comma. And then after that, we've got the independent clause, which starts with the subject word, which here is she. Next is the S opener, a simile opener. And a simile is what? That's right, it's when we compare one thing with another using like or as. Our openers, therefore, could begin with as or like. Let's try as. As grumpy as a grizzly bear, my sister emerged from her dark cave of a room. Or how about starting out with like courageous warriors going into battle, the Welsh players faced down the mighty All Blacks as they did the haka. The P opener. P stands for preposition. Do you know what a preposition is? Excellent if you do, but if not, then it's a word which is usually used in front of nouns or pronouns and shows the relationship between the noun or pronoun and the other words in a sentence. Typical prepositions include on, in, after, with, along. For your preposition sentence opener, you might want to use a time preposition like after, during, at, soon. See how they're used at the start of the sentence in these examples. You could also use place prepositions, such as near, in, outside, inside, close to. Here are some examples to show you how they're used in full sentences. You could use an A opener or an adverb opener. Quickly, rapidly, slowly, angrily, immediately, unwittingly, casually. See the pattern? They all end in ly. And they're words to describe an action, how something is done. Such as, rapidly the motorcycle accelerated to an unbelievable speed. You could mix in a C opener or different connectives into your sentences. These are words that join one part of a text to another. Make sure you're clear what type of connective you're using. For example, soon after and before are time connectives, while simile and equally are comparing connectives. The E in I-spaced stands for ED openers. These are verbs that end in ED. See how they're used in the first example. ED word at the start, followed by the adjective incredible, and then the noun dedication. Next a comma, and then begin the independent clause, which will usually start with a subject word, which here is I. Finally, we end with a D opener, a drop-in clause. Whereas our other I-space openers with dependent clauses or extra information at the start of a sentence, the D opener is the extra information which is dropped into the middle of the sentence. Look at the last example to see how a D opener is put together. First, start with the subject of your sentence, then pop a comma in, which then starts your dependent clause, which ends with a second comma. They come in pairs in drop-in clause sentences. Notice that a verb, in this case is, comes straight after the second comma to show that the independent clause is being continued from the subject, which was the athlete Fauja Singh, at the start of the sentence. Right, now it's your turn to choose your layer of learning to see just how well you understand I-space sentence openers. Once you're done, get your teacher to check to see if you got them correct.